Bear with me just a moment. If you're here, trying to get things set up here. I don't know whether you can hear me or not, but I hope you can. All right, let's see what's happening here. Hello, Carol. Hello, Pam. I'm surprised to see you. Are you at the trailer or are you at home? All right, we're just going to take a minute or two here and just give us a minute while I get things set up here. All right. Okay, we're gonna get started. Hey, it's Shel Anderson from Shel's Creative Corner and Shel Anderson Designs. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. I blog at shelscreativecorner.blogspot.com, and I can be reached anytime by email at andersonshel@gmail.com. Tonight is an impromptu Facebook Live. This is based on customer request. I had a customer of mine ask me if I could showcase a new stamp set called Happy Holidays. And this is the new stamp set in the Christmas, Fall and Christmas mini. So I'm trying to do my best to keep everybody happy. So I thought, why don't I combine two things in one? On my VIP Facebook group, I posted a whole bunch of sketches and a one sheet wonder today in the I don't even know what I'm trying to say here, in the resource area of my VIP group. I try to post in that group every day. I try to give them things, little helpful hints, tips, sheets. Well, today I posted a whole bunch. I think I did 36 sketches, and this is sketch number 1. So this is the sketch that we're going to use tonight, combined with the Happy Holidays that was requested to make a card. And I'm going to make a second card as well. So basically these sketches are for inspiration. Everybody who knows me knows that I absolutely love to start with a sketch, and then it just kind of sparks my creativity a little bit, and then I just let it go from there. Sometimes it looks just exactly like the sketch, other times it looks nothing like it, but this is my inspiration for the card. Now, as I mentioned, those sketches are in my VIP group. How do you get into my VIP group? There's only one way. You have to purchase from me to get into the group. Doesn't matter what you purchase or how much you purchase. One purchase will get you into my VIP group. So if you live in Canada and you do not have a demonstrator, I would love to be your demonstrator. I can be reached at andersonshel@gmail.com anytime if you want to reach out. Okay, so we're going to get started. I'm just going to preface this to say that I used 3 different die sets. I used the stitched shapes, I used the layering circles, and I used the layering squares for tonight's cards. And I die cut a bunch of them. I don't think I'm going to use all of them, but we're going to use some. So there's our sketch. I'm just going to put that off there a little bit, and hopefully you'll be able to see that. My thing is a little delayed here. And I basically followed the sketch. I have a Whisper white card base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Then I have a piece of the gingerbread and peppermint 6 by 6 DSP, and this piece is 4 by 5 1/4. Then I have a real red square, a real red circle, a white stitched circle, and then this beautiful stuff is the Bedazzling 6 by 6 specialty paper, and there's 8 sheets in there, and this is really nice and thick, but I don't know if the camera will pick this up, but it's like little tiny round circles that are foil on a white backed paper. It's gorgeous, gorgeous stuff. And then I pre-stamped the bird image and the holly image. Okay, so we are going to get started, and I am going to put this DSP right flat down on my card front, like so. And I haven't decided, I'm gonna bring that sketch in right beside it. I haven't decided what I'm gonna do here, but I think what I'm gonna do, I was gonna use this and go this way, but it puts my circle off too far, see, from the sketch. Now, I mean, it doesn't have to be exact. So I had all of these different pieces. I thought maybe I might go like this and just put the bird on here, but I think that's a bit much. So I think what I might do is just kind of have some of those other ones peeking out and make this white one my focal point. So I'll have the 3 circles that are in the sketch. I just won't have them the same size and in the same direction. All right, we need to get some color on this little bird. And I don't know what kind of a bird it is. Can anybody help me out with that? I have no idea. And I have very few Stampin' blends here tonight, so if the colors are a little wonky, please forgive me. I don't know. I really want this to be a blue bird, but I know it can't be with this card. So I have, I'm gonna just do a little bit of this. I think that's too dark. I'm gonna go with a light real red, and I'm gonna use the big tip, and I'm just gonna put some red on this little birdie's breast. And I'm just doing little lines where the artist already has, making my life very easy. And I'm going to do the same thing on the tip of the wings. And maybe just a titch up here. All right. Now we are going to go to a light gray granite, I think. And I'm just going to fill this bottom part in. I wish I had my colorless blender here. It would be so much easier to blend. It's not, the colorless blender is not really a blender, it just kind of removes some of the ink, so it's not so drastic. All right, I'm happy with that. Now I'm going to go to the darker gray granite for the rest of them. say hello when you get here, so I know who's here. If you have any questions or comments, please put them in the comments section. If I miss them during the video, I will answer them after for sure. This little guy is cute. I don't know if I should have went with that red on his breast, but I did, so we're gonna live with it. Okay, now we're gonna go with the dark real red on these berries. And I don't know what I have for greens here. Not the right one, that's for sure. I think the closest one I've got is a dark just jade, so we're gonna have to make do with this. Hello, Michelle. Glad you could join us. Did you happen to see in the VIP group, Michelle, all the sketches with measurements I put in there today? If you look on the post in there, you will see 36 sketches, and this is sketch number 1 that we are doing tonight. And we're going to do 2 different cards here. One obviously is going to be Christmas with me coloring holly. All right, let's get this out of here. You know what? I think I'm going to put a little bit of this dark granny apple on here too, just to kind of give a hint of the same color that's in the you see how that changed that and brought that green in by just putting that just jade base underneath? It's like a super, super dark granny apple. All right, I'm happy with that. Now back to this crazy, good for you, Michelle. They'll be there whenever you want them. I'm not going to remove them or anything on you, but it's good to have them in hand so that you can actually, when you're designing, look. And sketches are always a good way to start. I think I'm going to cascade them like that. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I don't lose my placement, I'm just going to put some Tombow in there. And in there. And give a little press. And then I need to find some dimensionals. There we go. Because I'm going to pop this up. And how's Miss Carol doing tonight? Have you been creating? All right. Just cut my fingernails, so I have absolutely no fingernails. All right. I'm just going to pop that just like so. And then we have our beautiful bird and some holly. I just have to figure out how I'm going to do this. As you can tell, I really didn't think this through. Maybe like so. Maybe I'll just put the holly on and then put the bird around it. And something like that. And something like that. I think that'll work for me. Trying to motivate yourself to do Christmas cards. Well, I hope this little one helps, because this little bird is very cute. I think I'd like to do him in watercolor pencils. Or maybe chalks. That would be nice too. I just took the easy route tonight because this was a last minute thing for me. All right, we need a greeting, ladies. Happy Christmas, Noel. That Noel is very nice, but it's too big for this card. I think I'm gonna go with Happy Christmas. And I kind of like these little dots. See what kind of mess I can create. Somewhere I have some scraps. What did I do with them? Here we go. I bet you that one will work just perfect. All right, we're gonna need a mat and a block. And some black ink. Well, Miss Michelle is new to making cards, and she has been very busy. She's been playing with some kits and making cards and impressing the heck out of me for a new stamper. She's doing much better than I did when I was a new stamper. See? Proof positive right there. All right, let's flip this over. See if I can do this one more time. If I fail this time, I will get out the Stamparatus. I don't like it. All right, we're getting out the Stamparatus. Let me clean this stamp and we will start again. All right, piece of cardstock. And pop this baby in. See how straight or crooked we are. Actually, that doesn't look too bad. Now, in a perfect world, I'd like to get these dots underneath that. What's the chances I could make that happen? I should have done the dots first, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to leave the greeting well enough alone before I royally mess it up. And we need to trim this puppy down. Somewhere like that. All right. Now we need to make it shorter. Yeah, Michelle, the kits are lovely. They've come a long way with the kits, I must admit. And I like the fact that you can see what you're getting in the kits. I mean, I like the fact that Paper Pumpkin is a surprise, but I like to choose what I'm purchasing most of the time. All right. Oh, look at this. Look at this. I betcha. I bet you not, but I wonder if I did this. Only one way to find out. That'll work for me. That will work for me just fine. The trick is to glue it straight. There we go. Now, what did I do with those dimensionals? And I need to have a sip. Yeah, just a little hint of something, eh, in behind. That's why I like the punches. Because they're quick and easy. And I'm all about quick and easy. All right. Boom. Just like that. Now we need to find some bling, because we know we're not allowed to put ribbon on Carol's card. All right. No, those aren't going to do it. Just to look in for something with little gold, some kind of gold to match that beautiful paper. We've got these gems, but they're not the right. And the champagne aren't right. We need shiny, blingy yellow gold. Do you think I have enough embellishments in here? This is ridiculous. Ooh, maybe these. Let's have a look at those. There's gold ones in there. That's a maybe. Those are the wrong color. Those are the wrong color. Well, all right. We're down to two choices or just nothing. I kind of like these red ones because they go with the red, but there's gold flecks in them. Can you see those gold flecks? I think I'm going to use those. Something different. All right, let me find my tool here and see. I suppose if I moved that, it would be easier for you guys to see. I've got myself worked into a little tiny corner here again. All right. Woo! All right. Where do I want these? Oh, how about one right there? That looks nice. And one down here. And one there. And one there. I need one right there. What do you think? Is that acceptable, Carol, for a first try? My inside is just plain white, but we can fix that pretty easy because I had a leftover piece of this gorgeous paper, so I can simply cut a strip to go on the inside to zazazoo that up a little bit, right? 5.5. There we go. Let's get this on the inside and make it pretty. Get it in place. There we go. Not quite so boring on the inside. All right, no ribbon, Carol. Woot woot. All right, let me clean up my mess and we'll go on to card number 2. And yes, we're using the same sketch. All right. If I can find my desktop, we will move on. And this one's going to be a lot quicker. Oh, right here. Right here. All right. This one features, where's my catalog? I need to find my catalog to tell you the name of this paper, because I can't remember. It's in the annual catalog, and it is called In the Wild. This one here. Okay, we're going to use this paper today, and we're not going to use any stamps other than this one. This is The Biggest Wish, and I love this one because it has mixed fonts. It says birthday, happy, hello, friend, and thanks in writing, and the same greetings in the big block letters, so you can mix and match them. If you follow me, you've seen me use this a couple of times already. It is going to be a new favorite. All right, we have a scrap of white, and in here our card base is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And for the inside, I have a piece of basic white that is 4 by 5 1/4, so that we can actually write a nice greeting in there. Then on the outside, I have this print, animal print DSP. All right, so basically the black line that you see here is my card base. Then I'm going to take it in a little bit further than the sketch shows. And you know, when I make cards, I don't, even with those sketches that have the measurements on them, I change them up to the scraps that I have in my scrap bin. If you take that that chart that that's on my VIP site, and you look at the layers. Hey Brenda, glad you could join us. Glad your internet popped in. Anyway, if you take that that shows you the layers, I mean, you can just go in your scrap bin, use your scrap and see what you've got there, and just make it work. Unless I'm designing for a class, I don't sweat the small stuff, to be honest. I just use what I have. And all these pieces that you see here tonight were in my scrap bin, except for this piece and this piece. So, see where I'm going here? We're going to put dimensionals on the back of this one because we can. All right. Now the trick is to get all those papers off. All right. So then this cardstock is Basic Black and Cajun Craze, in case you're interested. And then I have these two pieces, and now this is a layering circle, this is a stitch circle. They're not supposed to go together, but look at that. It just makes a little teeny scallop edge on there. So guess what? It's going together. All right. Now, oh, I shouldn't have put that on there. I might have messed this up. We might be tearing this card apart because I want this stamped on there. And I want this stamped on white. Actually, I can do it on this piece that I wrecked from the last card. Okay, let's see what kind of mess I can create now. Oops, wrong block. That would be a big mess. And I'm using black ink again. And my plan is to stamp this one and fussy cut around it. Bueno, I'm happy with that. Put this back in the case, and now the fun begins. I think I need to fussy cut this first, because if I don't, I'll not know where to put my birthday. So now the Jeopardy music comes in while you sit there and watch me fussy cut. You notice that I already did this guy, so you didn't have to watch. I should have thought ahead to do this. I'm just trying to move the paper and keep it down in the cross, down at the bottom of my snips instead of at the tips. Alright, we're halfway there, folks. The Jeopardy song is almost over. I know, I'm strange. Alright, I have succeeded. Okay, let's get the Stamparatus out. Sorry for the delay, but I had to do that. Alright. let's see what kind of mess I can create. My thought was this here, this here-ish, and this down here. Similar, but different, right? These sketches are just supposed to give us a little jump in the right direction. Okay, I'm going to take these two pieces off, put on a magnet, and ladies, please, please, please cross your fingers and your toes that this works, because I do not want to rip this card apart. Here we go. There's one. Just sticking this under here because I don't want this card to move on me. I think one more and we should have her made. So if you make this card, don't do it this way. Stamp it first. All right, I'm happy with that. All right, let's take this off. Move this out of the way. And find our desk space again. And see if we can put this together. All right, cover on the ink, garbage out of the way. And our trusty dimensionals. You know, I think I'm just going to, glue this because I put dimensionals on the back. I don't want it to be too terribly thick. So something like this. And then this, I'm just going to glue up here. In the corner. Thank heavens nobody will see the mess that's on the back of this. And I'm just going to angle that like so. Just hold that in place for a minute. And then we have this guy. I'm going to put him on dimensionals. I normally don't with DSP, but I think it's a big enough piece that it can be stable. And I'm going to be super, super generous with these. And where's my snips? I'm going to cut a couple of little wee pieces. And even thinner than that, I think, if I can, because I'd like to have a little bit on his tail. Look at that. Is it going to show? Nope, we're good. All right. Now, an hour later, I'll get all these backs off. Oh boy. Well, sir, maybe I will. That one's little. one shouldn't be too bad. Maybe I spoke too soon. There we go. All right. Carol, I bet you can guess who this card's for. All right. I need some matte black dots, and they're in here somewhere. There they are. I am going to do something weird. There's no other way of putting it. You see this sketch? There's this big circle and there was 3 dots. I'm going to put these down here. What do you think of that? Am I crazy? We're about to find out. Oops. I'm going to put a big one right here, maybe. I can get it off the pickup tool. And then I'm going to put 2 wee ones on either side. Just like so. I like it. Sometimes an idea works. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my Wink of Stella. And yes, I know it's a guy card, but I'm going to glitter the happy. Alright, I'm not going to touch the birthday. I made that mistake one other time and made a hot mess. Alright, let's get this stuff out of the way so we can have a look and see what we have come up with tonight. Alright, there's our sketch and there is our birthday card, and the only stamping we did was the greeting. Okay, the DSP did the rest, and I think that is a great guy card. And then we have our Christmas one, and I like that with those little red and gold. This is gorgeous paper. Anyways, there you have it, my friends. Your sketch and our 2 cards. I thank you very, very much for joining me tonight. Carol, I hope I gave you a little bit of inspiration with this stamp set. And if there's anything you guys want to see, please just go on the VIP group and throw in a message, and I'll do my very, very best to accommodate. That's it for tonight. I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.